So you can't turn on or read the news right now without hearing about all the different issues that banks here and abroad are having. But how does this impact the housing market? And is this a good thing or a bad thing if you're trying to buy a home right now? That's what we're going to talk about on today's episode. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm Josh Alexander, a local real estate agent in Orange County, as well as host of Orange County Housing Market News, your one-stop shop for all things Orange County real estate. So in today's episode, we're going to be going over both the pros and the cons that we're seeing in the market for buyers right now because of all these bank issues we've been having. So let's go ahead and get into it. So buyers have had a tough year for affordability. So let's go ahead and start with the good news first. So because of all this uncertainty with the banking system and just the economy in general, we're starting to have more people flock to the safety of bonds right now, which is driving the rates down. And the reason that's important is because when bond rates go down, interest rates typically follow, especially when you look at the 10-year Treasury bond. So over the last week alone, we've seen interest rates drop by 0.5%, making homes a lot more affordable today than they were just last week. So let's go ahead and put that in context for you. So let's say you're trying to get an $800,000 loan in Orange County. Right now, you'll be saving almost $300 a month more on your monthly mortgage than just a week ago because the rates have dropped. So you can see that affordability is going up, which is always great news for buyers trying to get into the market. So now for the bad news. Even though homes are becoming more and more affordable, we're getting more and more buyers entering the market right now. And unfortunately, on the other side of the equation, the supply side, we're seeing supply continue to go down in Orange County, which is completely abnormal for this time of year. March is one of the biggest months for inventory hitting the market usually, and right now we're still seeing supply go down. So demand is going up, supply is going down. So because of this, especially in those high demand areas, we're starting to see a bunch of people in open houses again. We're seeing multiple offers on properties. Buyers are having to be more aggressive with their pricing, as well as the other terms in the offer to be competitive. And so we're starting to see the market shift a little bit right now as interest rates go down because we just don't have enough inventory on the market. So if we see any more uncertainty in the market with more banks failing, or next week when the Fed meets, if they decide to put a pause on hiking interest rates because they're scared of what's going on in the economy, you can expect mortgage interest rates to also continue going down, which is going to have more and more areas of Orange County, as well as the rest of Southern California, start to head more into a market where you see homes start to appreciate again. Now, that might sound crazy because just a few weeks ago, rates were at 7%, and we are continuing to see slow depreciation in the market, but things are changing quickly because of all this uncertainty. So does this mean we're going to see a seller's market in Orange County again pretty soon? It's just too hard to predict that right now because interest rates are still going all over the place. However, if you look at the long term, right now, there's just no end in sight for this low inventory. There's nothing in the data showing that more and more homes are hitting the market at a fast enough pace to be able to really keep up with demand. And if interest rates keep going down as inflation goes down, or if the economy gets more uncertain, you're going to have more demand and less supply, and it is going to start to cause a market where you start to see appreciation again. Now again, is that going to happen in the short term? Most likely not. However, over the next couple months, if all this plays out and continues in the current direction, we could start seeing homes start to appreciate as we head into the summertime. We're just going to have to wait and see. So the biggest things to monitor right now to figure out where the market is going is we're looking at what inventory is doing, and we're looking at what interest rates are doing. If they continue to head in the same direction, we are definitely headed to a stable market pretty soon. However, it's hard to say exactly if we're going to get to a point where we start seeing homes appreciate anytime in the near future. So if you want that information, make sure you hit that subscribe, like, and that share button below, because if you watch this channel, you'll be kept up to date on what's going on in the housing market, so you'll know what to expect if you're thinking of buying or selling a home this year. So if you look at this overall, is this a good thing or a bad thing for buyers? Well, if you've watched any of my episodes before, you know that if you're a typical home buyer looking to purchase a home for the long term for you and your family, the number one thing that you should be focused on is that monthly mortgage payment. The lower that payment is, the better it's going to be for you. So as interest rates drop, it's definitely a huge advantage for you. You just have to be aware that if interest rates do continue to drop, most likely inventory is going to remain low, and that means that you're going to be competing for homes again. Now, is this going to be like 2021? No, we're nowhere close to that market right now. However, as long as you have the right expectations, knowing that the lower the rates get, the more competition is going to be out there, it's not going to catch you off guard, and you'll be able to structure your offers accordingly. So overall, I think this is a net positive thing for buyers right now. Anything that increases affordability is going to be welcome news for most home buyers. And as always, if you have any questions about the housing market, feel free to set up a free 30-minute discovery call with me. Depending on where you're watching this, you can find it in the description section, the comment section, or you can look in my bio. The link is there. Set up a 30-minute call for a time that works with you, and I'd be happy to discuss it further. So until next week, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next show. Bye, everybody.